Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Slices.
No, I know. I'm reading it in the comment section right now. I got it, and I get emails all the time. I'll make it really simple for you. You guys are always asking about what's wrong with the world today. What's wrong with the new generation? And we could talk for 10 hours on it. You guys know as well as I do. It's not even a real question. It's rhetorical, but it's worth answering a little bit once in a while. And here's one thing, because we can talk about the fundamentals of youth today till we're blue in the face. And there's many reasons, but I'm going to give you one example. Um, Let me tell you a quick story first. My first automotive job, I think I was about 17. I worked for AAA Automotive in the San Fernando Valley. An old Mexican guy named Ray Trevino had the business. Nice man, kind man, really smart. I am very blessed that I got to spend any time around him at all. And I walked in my first day thinking I was the best mechanic in town, and I wasn't. I wasn't even the best shade tree mechanic in town. But I had my two Craftsman toolboxes, and I strutted on up there and said, "Hey, where do I put my tools? Where do I start?" And old man Ray Trevino says, "Back in the trunk of your car." And I spent the first month cleaning tools and painting equipment and dumping trash and mopping floors and dumping oil. And the first lesson he taught me was that I didn't know anything. That was the first lesson I needed to learn. And he didn't stop me working on stuff until I learned that I didn't know anything. Once he impressed upon me that I didn't know anything, and I was starting at the bottom, getting ready to work my way up the ladder, once he beat it into me that I don't know anything, I was ready to be taught. I was ready to learn. But it wasn't until then. And the kids today show up and they want to work at McDonald's, either like my idiot son wants to be in charge. He wants to start off as a supervisor. And what do kids do when they're there? They don't want to work that hard. They can come in late. They can leave early. As long as they're there, it's kind of funny. Those of you who, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, if you're old Gen Xers like me, there was a T-shirt. I don't know who made it in the 80s, but the guy was a prophet. He was an absolute prophet. I should have a million of these shirts right now, and I should give them out to all the millennials and some of the Gen Zs. And the T-shirt said, "I spend 8 hours a day here. You want me to work too?" Does that not perfectly sum up where some of these generational idiots are? I spend 8 hours a day here. You want me to work too? Entitlement, not being willing to start at the bottom, not being willing to learn, not admitting that you don't know anything. And you don't. Until you're taught, you don't know anything. Same as everybody. We could talk about fundamentals and in common sense and respect and yes sir, yes ma'am, and hold the door for. There's a million of them. I just gave you one because you guys are asking right now. That one's on my mind. Teach your kids they don't know shit. But you're going to have to actually make them understand that. If they blow you off, "Oh, I know what you're talking about. Dad, I got you." That didn't count. They actually have to get to a point to realize, to admit to themselves and to everybody, "Okay, I don't know what's going on here." Good. Then you're ready to be taught. All right, back to the comments. What are you guys saying over here? What?